Hello fellow basketball lover. As we're looking ahead at the start of the 2024 campaign, there are several narratives running around the league. Chris Paul joined the Golden State Warriors. Will he come off the bench for the first time in his career? Will Anthony Edwards rise to the MVP contender status? Will the Boston Celtics regret trading away Marcus Smart for Kristaps Porzingis? Let's not consider this a prediction, but in my opinion the answer is yes to all of these questions. Only time will tell. But for this episode, let's focus on some really bold predictions, and I'll start with a statistical one. Nikola Jokic will average a triple-double for the season. Yeah, Big Honey just posted averages of 24.5 points per game, 11.8 rebounds per game, and 9.8 assists per game. Checking his totals for the last season, he was just 22 assists away of rounding that average to a 10. Maybe this prediction is not so bold, because we've all grown accustomed to Jokic and other superstars to put up video game-like numbers in the past few seasons. However, only Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook ever accomplished this feat. To put it in perspective, NBA will enter season number 78 this year, and there have been roughly 5,000 players who have stepped on an NBA court, and Jokic will become only the third player to post these historic averages. My second prediction is that Anthony Davis will win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Yeah, I know, the prediction police is on my back right now just because starting this season, the NBA has set eligibility criteria for players to win individual awards or to receive all NBA recognition. As of now, NBA players have to play a minimum of 65 games to earn these honors. Anthony Davis hasn't played in at least 65 games in a year since 2018. But please consider this a double prediction. I see him setting the tone this year for the Lakers just like he did in last year, when his defense ignited a deep and unexpected run in the playoffs. AD not only inspired his team, but he was the playoff leader in the major defensive analytics. Rebounds per game, blocks per game, defensive win shares, defensive rating. On a personal level, I think he'll want to prove a point to anyone who has poked fun of him missing too many games throughout his career. Revival is a big word in this case, but expect a big, remember me type of season coming from Davis. Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this new channel. Now let's move to prediction number 3. Austin Reaves will win the Most Improved Player award. I initially was inclined to give this nod to Anthony Edwards, who I am sure will deliver a monster season, especially after gaining international experience playing in the World Cup this year. But he's already an all-star, and it's not that often for an established superstar to win this award once he becomes the face of the organization. Now, the Most Improved Player award is a less glamorous one, I would say, and I think it will fit Austin Reaves like a glove. Last season, AR has increased his scoring average by 5.7 points per game, from 7.3 to 13. Also, by the end of the season he became a starter, after which he continued to deliver remarkable performances. Finally, in a starting role throughout the Lakers playoff run, he managed to further increase his nightly scoring output to 16.9 points per game. Having earned his spot and seeing him in the starting lineup for an entire season will be quite exciting, and I'm expecting him to average anywhere around 18 to 20 points per game next season. Also, more load management for LeBron in his 21st season will mean more time with the ball in his hands for Austin, so I'm expecting him to increase his assists per game as well, from 3.4 last season to around 5 assists per game in this one. By winning it, Reaves will become only the second undrafted player to win the Most Improved Player award after Darrell Armstrong in 1999. Prediction number 4. OKC will make the playoffs as a play-in team. This will be the feel-good story of the season ahead, as Thunder is one of the most beloved teams in the league. Last season they finished 10th in the Western Conference and won their first play-in game against the Pelicans, only to fall short against the Timberwolves in the battle for the 8th seed. Even if this wasn't a great achievement, a lot of people feel like the young Thunder squad has overperformed last year. Their roster for this season looks a lot better with Chet Holmgren coming back from injury and the additions of three-point flamethrower Davis Bertans and former Thunder Victor Oladipo. Oladipo may not be the same player as he was in his first stint with the Thunder, but he can still provide the occasional spark off the bench, while Holmgren will fill OKC's biggest hole at the center position. I see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander taking another developmental leap this season after making his first All-Star appearance last year. The only reason why I don't see this team higher in the standings is because of their lack of experience. Their current roster only features 2 players with more than 5 years of experience, Bertans with 7 and Oladipo with 10. The rest of the Thunder squad is composed of players ranging from rookies to 5 years of experience. For next season, I see them somewhere between the 8 and 9 seed, once again qualifying for the play-in games. Only this season they will manage to come out on top and actually make the playoffs. I don't see them going further than the first round, but this will be an exciting team to look forward to for at least the next 5 years if they stay together. Prediction number 5. Jalen Brunson, Jamal Murray and Tyrese Maxey will become first-time All-Stars. Last season, lots of NBA fans were rooting for Brunson to make the All-Star game, and deservedly so. He averaged 24 points per game, increasing that total by 7.7 points, and he led the New York Knicks to the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference and all the way to the conference semifinals. I don't predict any major statistical improvement, but I see him flirting with 25 points per game and 6 assists per game and a similar win-loss record for the Knicks. This should be enough for JB to make his first All-Star appearance. In a similar fashion, Jamal Murray was overlooked last season, even though he averaged 20 points per game and his Denver Nuggets were on top of the Western Conference for the majority of the season. The number 1 team in the West having a single All-Star in Nikola Jokic seems a bit unusual, especially when other top teams such as the Bucks, Celtics or the Grizzlies had 2 participants in the All-Star game. But this may also be because of the Nuggets' lack of media display and coverage. Now, coming off a finals win in which he had a stellar performance, Murray is a sure pick to become a first-time All-Star. And finally we have Tyrese Maxey, who is viewed by some as the second best player in Philadelphia, even placing him above James Harden. Maxey finished year number 3 in the league with averages of 20 points per game, 3.5 assists per game and 3 rebounds per game. Even if Harden remains with Philadelphia for the next season, Maxey will continue to rise to stardom, and I see him expanding his game as a facilitator as well. If he continues to post 20 points per game and increase his assists average to 5, Maxey should see his first All-Star action. Now, some of you may ask, who will they replace from the last year's All-Star team? Well, first of all we have Ja Morant, who will miss the first 25 games of the season due to his off-the-court antics, which will definitely impact his overall accolades. Secondly, the lack of team success when it comes to the Chicago Bulls will cost DeMar DeRozan another selection. Finally, Jrue Holiday, a 2-time All-Star, was mostly selected until now for what he brings on defense, the less glamorous side of the sport. So I think this will harm him in the next selection process. And these are my 5 bold predictions for the 2024 NBA season. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this new channel. See you next time.